Hello, everyone. Yeah. So goofy. Welcome back to Monster Hunter Freedom. Last time, we fought a Yon Kutku, which went down a lot easier than I thought it would. Come on, there we go. We now have a cat friend. And I'm gonna gather all the stuff that I want to gather from the farm. Okay. Let's go fishing. Damn. I got scared. Perfect. Look at that red fish. Give me the red fish. I want the red fish. Yo, there's a golden fish. Can I get Goldie? I got no one. Alright. So I do want to look something up real quick. And by look up, I mean in the book. Other notes. Combining. You combine bitterbug with honey, you create a catalyst. Catalyst with rare steak. Okay. Since I'm heading back to the field anyway, also I didn't drop any of my stuff off, which I really should do. Okay. So we're gonna turn on our hunter's knife into a serpent bite soon. Very soon. To do that, what I want both of these, and I want all 4 of these. I want my barbecue spit. And then we're fine. Alright. So we need 1 more Velociprey hide. But since we're heading out to the field anyway, we might as well gather a bunch of other stuff. I forgot to grab more iron pickaxes. I'm so good at video games. You know what? Let's just get the Velociprey hide. I suck at this. Yeah, we got it. You guys suck at your job. That's really funny. Bye. See you later, dorks. They couldn't hit me. They just couldn't hit me. That's fantastic. I love when monsters are just stupid. I am gonna grab some of this, though. Honestly, compared to the jungle, there's not a lot of really, really good gathering opportunities. Like, the worst thing about the jungle is all of the insects that are there, and that the visibility in the jungle part of the jungle kind of sucks. But overall, it's definitely better. Like, I have found 3, like, mining opportunities throughout the entirety of the Forest and Hills area. There's 3 in just one zone of the jungle. So it's, like, really good. Purple fish. Golden fish. Small one, but a golden nonetheless. Damn it. All right. Plant a tree for high-quality mushrooms to grow on. Okay. Alright. Let's see how this hunter's knife becomes the serpent bite. Uses Velociprey fangs. When developed, an elemental effect can be added. Okay. It's kind of like the bone pick, honestly. And now from here, Serpent Bite Plus, we can do that right now. The ultimate Serpent Bite, which uses high-grade fangs. Many development options. And here we go. Rarity 3 equipment. Viper Bite. Genpri Fangs. Iocray. Still small bones, though. Hydra Bite. Takes a nosedive in attack, but gives you a poison, I think, attribute of 200. Bonecraft adds an elemental effect. Releases a deadly poison when you attack. Viper Bite increases overall attack and adds a paralysis attribute. Releases a nerve toxin when attacked. And then you have the Drome Nail. 266. Dual red blades made from giant claws that make one appear like a Velocidrome. Hail Extract, Velocidrome Claw, and Rathalos Webbing. Interesting. Okay. So definitely more options to work with. But I do still need to upgrade it more for it to be of true good use. Which does suck. Because right now nothing beats this Assassin's Dagger. It's only a rarity 1 weapon. But it's like peak class of the rarity 1 weapons, it seems. It does good damage. Really good damage. It also keeps its sharpness for a long time. Alright. We're fighting the Kutku again, but this time in the forest and hills. Before I do that, alright. Slay the Kutku. The Yan Kutku. Oops. I feel like it would be in the forest area. Damn it. Eat the meat. Please, I'm begging you. It would be so good if you ate the meat. Oh, what? How did he see me? Damn! Leave me alone! What are you doing? I'm not the one that hit you! Damn. Where are you going? Four. Damn. Yes! Yeah. That took a lot more out of me. Okay. Curious if I can slice its tail off. I know you can slice the tails off of some of the monsters. Fantastic. Alrighty. Okay. All right. All right. I need more husks. Damn it. And it's not even that good, not compared to the Assassin's Dagger. I think it has more overall good sharpness, I think. But like, all I gotta do is bring some whetstones and just stay in the green, and I'm fine. That's what is that, 14 less attack? It's just not worth it. Velociprey high. Oh, have I just been missing these? Ooh. Okay. Ah. Rathalos! More Rathalos. And the bone size. Oh, and the red saber. My sharpness! No! Hard to work marrow made into a sword. So fragile, it just begs to be improved. That's better. 168 attack. That's decrease. But now it's got a fire attribute of 440? And it even gives me +2 defense. Yeah, oh no. There's not much else I could do right now. Master Dagger would be fantastic, but for that, I would need to figure out where to get some pretty rare items, it seems, considering this is a rare level 4. I think my safest bet for, like, a actual upgrade might be the Viper Bite. But the Viper Bite sucks, and I probably need to get it to, like, Viper Bite Plus, or Plus Plus, or whatever else it would call in order to increase its sharpness. Once I actually find Genprey, Fangs and Hides, and Ioprey. And Drome Nail is just not happening right now. Plus it's, dual swords. I guess we can rope dual swords in with everything else. Not worth it, but we can. Like this, for instance. I'd have my attack and get rid of all of the sharpness I just acquired. Dual iron knives, no defense, but increases your number of attacks. It's not worth it. Yeah. Tasted normal. Oh. Thanks. Liver of Legend. Deliver 3 Hessine livers. I deal in rare items that I find in the desert. I've got a buyer for Hessine Wyvern and Sand Wyvern livers. Deliver 3. Okay. And this takes me to the desert. Liver of Legend. Never been here. Oh, a cool drink. Hmm. Ow. Got him. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Okay. Like, we have the livers that we need, but I want some of my own. You know what I actually want? I want to explore the desert. Let's see what is here exactly. Paint berries. This is hell that we've entered. Getting out of here! Okay, there's even more mining opportunities. See, the forested hills surprisingly sucks for collection purposes. I guess it kind of makes sense. It is the first area. You're not going to really get a lot out of it. At least not right now. Perhaps there are more monsters that you'll be able to hunt. Cephalos Fang. Fin. That's to get the weary fin sword. Oh my goodness. Is that the next possible upgrade we can get? Is it the wary fin sword? Because that has a sleep attribute, and I think it has decent attack, even. It might be the weary fin sword. Did he just fucking hip check me? He tried to hip check me at least. Okay. Friendly cats. You're not friendly. I attacked one, they're all angry. Bye. Okay. Uh-oh. Does the hot desert sun still hurt me if I go into a cave? Experiment. No, the answer is no. And that makes sense. That makes complete and total sense. Hi. Okay. I'm gonna keep hitting that button on accident. Help me, they're right behind me! Oh god, they actually are. We're going this way. village. Cool. There's a village in the forest and hills, specifically the forest. There's a village in the desert. There was not one in the jungle, it seemed. Hello. Oh my goodness, it's Genpri. I actually can't believe it. Frogs. A lot of frogs. I can use frogs as bait. That's horrifying. I never really thought of frogs as bait before. There's a lot of them here. Why are there so many frogs? None. Regional Velociprey. So there's Velociprey in the forest. There's Velociprey in the forest/jungle. And there's Genpri in the desert. Okay. Okay. Desert is very interesting. Hell yeah. We getting money from quests now. We didn't get a lot of money in the level 1 village quests. We getting money now. I have 1 cephalus fin. Plesia. And there's still sleep sacks. I don't know what sleep sacks are. I see it. Which means Iopreys are also forms of Velociprey. Which makes sense, because they're Genprey, Ioprey, and then Velociprey. So, like, the naming convention checks out. My water resistance is gone, but in return I get more fire resistance, thunder resistance, and overall more defense. Oh god, there's a Cephalus version. Okay. Case healthy. Vitality increased. Have you heard you can make Bogum ammunition by combining? For instance, you can make Flaming S shots that release flames upon impact by combining Fire Herb with Huskberry. shoot. It's an urgent quest. Deliver 1 soot stone. I heard a rumor that a vein of soot stone has been discovered. To confirm it, I want you to obtain 1 piece of this ore. 30 minutes. What was that opening track? That was beautiful. It's just Aptonoth. Oh god, foggy plains. A lot of insects. Even more insects. Oh, it's an egg. Oh no. It all makes sense now. I am no threat to you. Damn it! Okay. Yo, they're all right here. That's not fair. Fuck all of you guys. That's that's not fair. That fucker better not follow me in here. They're just gonna throw a, I assume, like a Gendrone at me? Oh, crap. Not while I'm carrying the egg, guys. Okay, I don't have to run anymore. I'm safe at base camp. Rise. And bum ba da ba. $3,000 is mine. More than doubled my money. Ooh, you've gotten a new award, Village Chief's Towel. Okay. I don't know what that is. Completed many quests in the Forest and Hill. Cleared all of the village chief's first and second star quest. Earned a large number of guild points. Urgent quest. The Land Shark. Slay the Cephadrome. Oasis Town Chief. Our pack animals were eaten by something in the desert, but nobody actually saw the monster attack. Find and slay the alpha monster. Damn, the reward sucks. It sucks. It sucks real bad, honestly. They let me keep the old pickaxe? Just gonna get rid of it. Damn it. All right. Damn. Panicked. Sleepy fish. Huh? Alright. Damn. You don't feel so good. Okay. Okay. We can quest the land shark in the desert. Let's do it. Hi. It's no, it turned around. Damn! considering it's a sand shark, there's really only one place it could be. And that's in the other gigantic sand area. It's not. Which means it's out of the sand. Or it's at 3. I didn't even think this thing could flee. Yeah. Fantastic. Oh, holy shit. The money ain't big, but the rewards, all those medium bones, I've been looking for those. Cephadrome. Big boy. Hammer Cephadrome training. Head to the training school east of the village. Menace in the sand. Have you heard? It's really terrible. I heard the corpse of a carnivorous monster was found on a hill near town. The story goes that it looked like it was chewed upon by a giant wyvern. The men who were at that place made a huge racket screaming, "Rathalos is here." This surely is the end of the village. Yeah. But the training school, hunting techniques, someone with your skills should be able to attend. Highway was recently complete, so you should be able to travel to school. You see the road to the east, head there. They are notorious for their strictness. I made dual blades so I could slay Rathalos. Even though I can't guard, with a blade in each hand, I'll overwhelm Rathalos with offense. By pressing R, you can launch a whirlwind of blades. However, you must pay attention to the decrease in your stamina. I kept improving my one-handed sword, and before I knew it, it was like this. But I had it planned that way all along. You've done well to take the initiative this far, but I think I'll be first to go after Rathalos. I'll be waiting. Work with You'll be working your tail off, it seems. Old lady's note. Oh. Insect thicket. Mining bomb. Insect thicket. You can record the number of monsters you've defeated and their size in your monster log. Cause monster size the measure of the beast. It's easy to measure the length of a fish, but could you do it if you were measuring a dreadful monster? Got a letter from my brother. Remember, he's a hunter in town. He is happier than ever. He says that since monsters have various attributes, it is good to consider these when choosing an attack. Attacking according to a monster's attributes, I have no clue what that is supposed to mean. Do you understand it? I was able to get the cactus flower I wanted to give to my beloved, but it withered on the way home. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Thankfully, the old peddling granny bought it from me. But now, what am I going to do about a present? If I'm able to get a hold of the dream flower Dospicus, wouldn't that make a great gift? And my buddy here, he's all confused about this present. This time the cactus flower withered away in the heat. If it were me, I'd take a bug net out in the field and use the points I earn catching bugs to get her a god bug. God bug is capable of living for 1,000 years. It would never wither away like a plant. Even more, with the points you earn catching bugs, you can get many bugs that can be combined. Don't disregard insects. Well, you're starting to look the part. You've still got a long ways to go before you're a first-rate hunter. What level of quest would you like? Level 3. You got level 3s. Catch a yon Katku. Velocidrome Redux. Slay 2 Velocidrome. The Land Shark, which we've already done. Bring me eggs. Deliver 3 herbivore eggs. More coal, please. Deliver 10 pieces of coal. Slay the Genprey. Slay 20 Genprey. Slay the Gendrome. Slay 2 Gendrome. Ioprey hunting. In the jungle. Slay 20 Ioprey. Slay the Gipsaurus. Huh. Wyvern egg hunting. Deliver 2 wyvern eggs. Slay the Velociprey pack. Capture quest. The old woman's favorite knife. You take care of it now. Hunter shop. We have all the reference books now. Fantastic. Yo. I can make the fucking bone sights. I don't want to, though. It's like how I can technically make the twin daggers, but that ain't happening. Have medium monster bones. So if I could figure out where to find rubbery hides and poison sacks, we could get a poison axe. That'd be a pretty good upgrade. More than likely going to happen, though, is the Viper Bite. Honestly, both of these are possible, because can't exactly use the Serpent Bite Plus as is anyway. So we'd have to upgrade it to the Hydra Bite. But then we would have to upgrade it again for it to actually be useful. So it's a lot. It's a lot. We have all the Cephalos fins we need for the Wary Fin Sword. 154 attack with a sleep attribute of 200. Even without green sharpness, that sleep attribute might put in some work. I think it's gonna have to be the Viper Bite as our next upgrade. And then hopefully we can upgrade it quickly to actually be of use. The question I'm kind of thinking in my head is, I kind of want to plan this a little more ahead. But to plan it ahead would mean to get 2 more Assassin's Daggers because of the fact that there's these guys. Which I don't think if that's a wise idea for now. My controller! No! A poison axe would actually be a really, really good upgrade, because not only is it greater attack, it's also a poison attribute. Corona would also be really, really cool. Problem is that it requires 15 Rathalos shells. I knew it required Rathalos shells. I didn't even notice the 15 part. Holy shit. And it's also, you know, 30,000 Z. Whatever Z means. So yeah, I think... I think we work up and the Viper Bite. Because we know where the Gen Prey are, and we can take some out. But for now, there isn't much to do. Finally! About the desert. Top geographer in Mind Guard. This is my record of my life's research. The third part of this research is the desert zone. Desert is a huge rocky field surrounded by mountains. The sun beats down mercilessly on the desert, sapping the strength of hunters who venture into its grips. Cool drinks are indispensable for trips into the desert. The desert is also home to things like the anti-poison cactus flower as well as the power seed, which has a mysterious effect on its users, and the fire herb, capable of releasing fire. Cactus flower is especially important as it can only be obtained in the desert. One should take care of the sand wyvern, also known as the cephalos. It utilizes the fine-grained sand as a medium to travel and hide. When it is traveling through the sand, only its fin can be seen, so that the utmost caution is required. A wyvern called Diablos has also been spotted in the desert zone. A wyvern sporting giant horns, it is incredibly powerful. Rumor has it that you can also fish for plesioth in the massive underground lake, although I have yet to confirm this as fact. Swamp. I'm the top geographer in Mind Guard. This is the record of my life's research. The fourth part of this research is the swamp area. Swamp zone is a narrow strip of damp and humid marshland enveloped in mist. Characterized by the presence of these caves are very cold, so without adequate protection from these extreme temperatures, Stamina will be quickly depleted. However, the caves are also a great source of ore, so they are often visited by hunters. One of the best ways to protect against the cold is by consuming a hot drink. By warming the interior of the body, it is able to curb sudden decreases in stamina. You can also counteract the cold by wearing armor with high heat retention. Due to the high humidity in the region, there are a large number of mushrooms that can be gathered. For instance, toadstools and nitro shrooms are said to be quite abundant in the region. Due to their ability to be combined with many things, these mushrooms are considered a necessity for every hunter. One should be cautious with the albino wyverns that dwell in the caves. There is little definitive evidence of these white monsters, but they are said to be eyeless beasts that appear suddenly and strike with strong thunder attacks. However, the facts are hard to discern from rumors. One must beware of the many wyverns from the volcano that slip into the area. Aside from wyverns, eyewitness reports state that herds of bullfango have been spotted. The caution is a prerequisite for traveling the swamp. Weapon Creation Improvement Part 2. Let's continue our discussion with the dynamic duo of Crafters, Bone Elder, and Iron Elder in our Ask the Crafter series. Second half of our interview covers the finer points of bone and iron material. Alright, let's talk about the features of iron and bone. Bone is the supreme material. No, iron reigns supreme. What? Iron? You have no idea what you're talking about. Shut up. I have no idea. Shut up. If anyone should shut up, it should be you. Since it obviously isn't going to be cordial, let's take turns. Bone, you're first. You know the truth, young people should know too. Bone manufacturing. It has a number of special abilities such as poison or paralysis effects. It is like the power of a monster in your hands. The most well-known of all the bone materials is Monster Bone. Monster Bone comes in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. There are also high-quality bones, Monster Bone Plus and Hard Monster Bone. You can use these for general-purpose bone equipment, but don't expect any special effects. If you're after the special effects, you're going to have to use materials from specific wyverns. For instance, by using Rathalos scales, your weapon can gain increased fire abilities. A crafting material's value is related to these special abilities. As you fight various monsters, you will be able to gather up valuable materials. You can never forget to carve materials from a monster when it is defeated. You talk entirely too much. I'm too old for this. But now it is my turn to talk. Iron crafting. It is much more powerful and sharp, solid and flexible with high usability. There is just no substitute. The most famous iron material would be iron ore and macalite ore. High-quality ores are those like dragonite and carbolite. Getting a hold of either one is quite an advantage over basic ores. By using a pickaxe in rocky areas or caves, you can mine for these ores. You should never forget to equip a pickaxe when heading off on a quest. Pickaxes. Never leave home without them. It is unbecoming to get so excited at your age. Anyway, we all know that there are many places where bone shows its true worth. However, by placing bone together with iron, you can truly strengthen an item. Look at you talking nice. Only gathering one kind of material would be a fool's folly. Only iron or only bone, either is a mistake. Only through their miraculous collaboration are the best items created. Exactly. It may not look like they get along, but the truth is that they rely and trust each other like friends and partners, and it comes through in this interview. We would like to thank Bone Elder and Iron Elder for their time and patience in giving us this interview. And Great Sword! You've gathered up material and money, but you have no idea what weapon you should make. There must be hunters thinking this right now. This report is aimed at those hunters, and in this edition, we will cover great swords. Many people feel that great swords are just large blades and lack any sort of flexibility. However, the truth is that they are incredibly deep. They are an incredibly deep class of weapon. Sure, it may take time before they can unleash an attack and leave you open too long afterwards, but they make up for it with ease of use, range, and power. Greatswords have 3 types of attacks. After one type of attack, it is possible to link to one of the 2 remaining types. You can also continue to connect these different attacks until you have used all 3. Moreover, by pressing left and right on the analog stick with an attack, you can continue attacking while changing directions. Greatswords can be drawn and used immediately for an attack. The greatsword is also able to hit high places, so it is effective against giant flying wyverns. While your sword is drawn, press the circle button will allow you to unleash a quick circular attack. The wide range of this attack is especially useful when surrounded by monsters. These techniques can be used whether you are surrounded by giant wyverns or small monsters. After an attack, you can connect with another attack or quickly move into evasive actions. Since greatswords have a balanced guard and powerful attacks, they are said to be the lead player in the hunt. However, one should be aware of one point. The power of greatsword's attack changes depending on where they land. If the sword lands near the hilt or tip instead of its sweet spot, it will not do any significant damage. This is something that you will have to become accustomed to when using a greatsword. Now I would like to talk about a few great swords that you can attain without a high hunter's rank. First, I would like to discuss the Golem Blade. It's a strong weapon made of bone material. Its weight and destructive power is fully developed. It also has many paths that can be taken for improvement. Next is the Defender. It is a sword with tremendous defensive abilities, featuring a blade coated with malachite ore. It can take the role of a solid shield. It is a perfect sword for those who feel they will be hit by an enemy no matter what they do. Finally, I'd like to talk about the Lacerator Blade. Made from a base of malachite ore with a blade fitted with Rathlos and Rathian Claw, this greatsword is the perfect example of the fusion between bone and iron materials. Even its sharpness is beyond reproach. Enormous attack range, the ability to string together attacks, high attack strength. These are said to be the greatest points of the greatsword. Shouldn't you give one a try? Hammers. You've gathered up weapons and materials for hammers. There are many who feel the hammer is deficient because it can't guard and has a large interval between attacks. However, the truth is that the hammer is a truly deep weapon. Sure, it lacks variation in its combos, and there is a long gap between attacks, but it makes up for it with light footwork and a wide variety of charged attacks. Like a greatsword or a lance, a hammer's attacks are heavy and strong. However, unlike those weapons, you can run even while brandishing a hammer. It is a weapon of limitless merits, with the ability to change with varying situations. With it, you can launch any type of attack and still be able to move with haste. By pressing the R button, you can charge up for an attack. These charged attacks can be unleashed at 3 levels of power, depending on how long they were charged. By charging to the final level of power, you can unleash a devastating combo while moving, or an incredible smashing attack launched from a stationary position. If you are executing a combo attack, you can press the triangle button during the combo to unleash one of 2 extra attacks. These attacks have intense destructive power. These attacks are believed to compensate for the lack of guard. However, these awesome charged attacks drain stamina if you continually charge. Since charging an attack to unleash on a wyvern takes a great deal of time, you should drink power juice to bolster your stamina for the fight. Now I would like to talk about a few hammers that you can attain without a high hunter's rank. First, I would like to discuss the Atlas Hammer. This item is considered a mid-range bone hammer. Obtaining the materials to craft it is quite easy, and you can expect that a variety of improvements will be possible. Next is the Shell Hammer. This is a strong hammer carrying powerful poison. It takes the strength and poison of a Basarios and strengthens it with Rathian spikes and malachite ore. Poison is incredibly helpful in battle. Finally, let's discuss the Diablos Maul. It is made from a Diablo's tail, a material very difficult for hammer users. However, by using other weapons, or maybe with some help from your friends, you should be able to attain the materials to make the weapon. A weapon whose strength and sharpness are considered by many to be second to none. Lying on its feet with a variety of charged attacks, these are considered the greatest advantages of a hammer. Care to go for a smash? About ammunition. The third part of my Gunner's Book series will cover the ins and outs and the most important item for a gunner. Ammunition. In part 1, I covered the basic methods of obtaining ammunition. This time I would like to talk about how to combine things to create your own ammunition. How to combine things should be common sense for an intelligent hunter, but for the sake of completeness, I will cover everything. From the menu, select Combine, then select 2 materials to combine. Depending on the 2 materials you selected, you can create your own ammunition. There are 5 advantages to making ammo. Lower cost, able to make ammunition during a quest. Depending on the ammo, you can create multiple shots to combine only once. Make strong shots not sold in stores. Use more shots than the area carrying restrictions allowed. About number 1, since a hunter can gather or fish for materials during a quest, you may even be rewarded for doing so. There should be no need to worry about the cost of creating ammo. However, even though it is hard to get many materials at once, you should be careful of buying materials at a store since it adversely affects cost. Round number 2, depending on the ammo you will gather, the materials in the field or carve them from slain monsters. When you don't have enough ammo, you will replace your ammo on the field. Resupplying on the field is important when trying to slay giant wyverns or when presented with unforeseen circumstances. About number 3, for different bowgun shots, one combination session will yield from 1 to 4 shots. Shots that you use more frequently will net a higher yield than other forms of ammunition. About number 4, create all of the different forms of ammunition via combination. High-level ammo not sold in stores and other special forms of ammo can be attained by combining materials. Top-class gunner is also a top-class combiner. Finally, about number 3, this is one of utmost importance. There's a limit on the number of shots one can possess. However, there are many giant wyverns that cannot be slain within that limited number of shots. So gather up materials during the quest, and when your ammunition has been depleted, combine these materials to replenish your stocks. When facing a giant wyvern, this is one of the most important battle techniques for a gunner. That about covers the serious issue of combining. In the next edition, we will build upon this lecture and provide a recipe for creating various different shots. Beasts of Mindgard. About felines. The one and only hunter of the feline race. That's me, of course. Becoming a feline hunter was no easy feat. This is the first contribution to hunting life by a feline. For only I could force open the door to feline history. Well, that is enough introduction. So if you don't mind, let me tell you a little bit about the feline. We feline are a quiet race. For many years, we have lived alongside both wyvern and human, serving in a variety of roles. We've been salesmen and waiters, and it is not uncommon for a feline to reach a high position in the guild or become a top chef. We are also bound by a job placement agreement with the wyvern race. We hunt for jobs in villages and towns. Wait, what? We're also bound by a job placement agreement with the wyvern race. Since we have cultivated relationships with other species, we have many friends in this land. However, we are a brave race, and if faced with an enemy, we will stand and face them straight on. Despite our appearance, it is a good idea to avoid any confrontations with the feline. However, for hunters, it is even more important to be aware of the dark-haired cousins, the Malinks. Your curiosity may not kill them, but it may lead them to sneak up on a hunter and rob the hunter blind. They are quite irritating, but what they are really after is Fellvine. If you happen to be carrying this item, they will steal it right out of your hands. I have no idea how many times they have stolen my beloved Fellvine from right out of my paws. The point is, you have to be very, very careful when carrying Fellvine. Good news is that you can travel to their dens and recover your possessions. You can also take things they have thrown away. There are Malinks dens in the forest, in hills, desert, and swamp. If you are robbed in other areas, I have no idea what you should do. Since we happen to be in the same profession, I suppose I could provide some information on the feline weapons. First is the cat paw. It can be made from material like the paw print stamp and barrel lid, and is an excellent weapon with paralysis attribute. With it, you too can become a feline. You may be able to find the rare barrel lid inside a Malink's den. Also, to create a cat paw, you must use tickets given out by feline chefs. These chefs may give you a taste of my favorite food and even make you stronger. That's all I've got to say about us feline. I was only paid 5 Felvines for this article, so I suppose I won't be retiring from hunting anytime soon. If you ever have a question about feline bravery, track me down and bring me a Felvine. You can ask me anything. Nyan, 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 nyan. About insects. Hooray for bug collecting! Hello everyone, how are you? Since my fishing column was so popular, the magazine has requested that I write a short article on collecting bugs. I can't believe they think I have a talent. If you've got a bug net or a mega bug net, you should be able to leisurely collect insects. Even if you don't have large financial resources, you can pick up an old bug net, which should do the job, I guess. In the field, there are lights dancing in the sky, aren't there? Those lights are actually insects. If you use the bug net in those areas, you can gather up insects. There's a large diversity in the bugs you can collect. For example, the bitter bug. It is a bug famous with hunters for the large number of items it can be combined with. Or, how about the thunderbug, a bug that can be used in the making of amazing weapons. There are also giant insects that cannot be collected with a bug net. The vespoid and the hornitar are two examples of this type of insect. Were you aware that sudden explosions in the populations of these insects is known to cause significant damage to the surroundings? If you attack them outright with your weapons, they will scatter. If you are after these insects for material, it is important that you keep one thing in mind. Poison. Yes, poison. By killing them slowly, they won't scatter. Understand? Hunters should prepare poison weapons, such as poison S for a bowgun or a sword with poison attribute. With these weapons, a hunter can acquire highly sought-after materials from these giant insects. Their shells can be used to make armor, and while their normal wings are useless, the blade fin of a giant insect can cut through things like iron, and can be used to make weapons. Moreover, monster fluid taken from insects is useful in armor crafting, and can even be used as a combining material, causing it to command a very high price. Finally, although I was previously covered by the Bone Elder, in places that are plagued by vespoids, you can obtain a valuable material called vespoid abdomen. I've never seen it, but I'm sure it could be used to make an incredible weapon. That's it for my article on bug collecting. I hope that it has inspired everyone to take up bug collecting. About Wyverns 1. This section of practical hunting will discuss increasing damage when fighting monsters. This information, collected from the important points passed on to beginners by the Hunters Guild, is worth reading for anyone who wants to take a step up as a hunter. In this article, I would live to cover the important points of the small wyverns roaming the world like Yan Kutku, Gypsaros, and Cephadrome. At this guild, we like to use our knowledge to help inform beginning hunters on the relatively easy methods of slaying these beasts. While they are small and relatively easy to slay, these wyverns should still be treated with the respect the wyvern name deserves. There are many times when negligence can prove fatal, so adequate recovery items, support items, equipment, wisdom, and technique are all required to take one of these beasts down. No matter what kind of wyvern you face, it is important to monitor their movements and condition to determine the best time to attack. Moreover, if they have a weak point, you should exploit it. If you are faced against a wyvern weak versus light or sound, the guild will make every effort to provide you with the appropriate provisions. Another important point to remember is to never allow a wyvern to recover. If a wyvern is allowed to eat or drink, it can recover its strength. Also, if a wyvern is allowed to sleep, it will quickly recover. So do your best to keep the beast from resting. Next, let's examine each type of monster in greater depth. The Yeon Kutku, with its large ears and beak, is one of the most abundant of all wyverns. At times, their population has been known to explode in a single area. The weak point of the Yeon Kutku appears to be their large ears. If you can set off a loud noise near their ears, it will limit their movements. Sonic bombs are not the only item that can create these loud noises. Small barrel bombs and Krag S are also effective. Since Kutku are also weak versus light, using a flash bomb will dizzy the monster. When an area is plagued by Yeon Kutku, even expert hunters can't kill all the monsters by themselves. As a result, the guild will provide all who take these quests with a Paw Pass ticket, allowing you to exit the quest if you feel that you have reached the limit of your capabilities. Please deliver this ticket. Of course, you must still slay 2 Kutku. Next is the Gypsaros, a monster typified by its sharp beak and large crest. Attacking this crest can release flashes of light. These flashes can be guarded against, but if you are using a weapon without a guard, it is best to try to destroy that crest as quickly as possible. Gypsyros, this is the thing that attacked me when I was getting the 10 white Velociprays in that one quest. Gypsyros' most effective weapon is the poison that it can spray from his mouth. Yep, this is it. This poison is more potent than even an Iopraise, and it can quickly bring about a hunter's last breath. If possible, you should prepare antidote. Other Gypsyros features are its ability to feign death, its rubbery hide, and its vast material uses and equipment. Finally, let's discuss the Cephadrome. Able to swim under the desert sand and is impervious to the effects of bright flashes. They are, however, susceptible to sound attacks. By attacking them with sound, you may cause them to jump out of the sand in pain. However, even if you get it to spring out of the ground, don't think you are safe. Cephadrome have the ability to spit sand at high speed, capable of killing a hunter in an instant. And even a simple blow from the beast can be devastating. Its fins also contain paralysis-inducing poison that will numb any hunter careless enough to fall victim. Being able to destroy wyverns is the true mark of a developed hunter. The guild is always accepting members for our quest. About items. Boys and girls, I'm the Hell Brother. Let's examine Power Juice and Mega Juice. By drinking these, you can prevent any stamina loss. On quests where you must deliver an egg, drink one of these and run all the way back to camp non-stop. These juices aren't just effective for egg carrying. If you are using stamina-draining weapons like hammers or dual blades in tough battles against strong opponents, you should have some juice. Mega Juice can be made by combining power extract taken from a Gypsyros with something else. What's something else? I'll leave that for you to figure out. Next up are flutes. You've probably made them before, but have no idea about their effect. I guess I'll have to be the key to your knowledge. The truth is that by playing a flute, you can capture a monster's attention, for instance. It's a great way to distract a monster when someone else is running off with an egg. Not to mention that there are many different kinds of flutes. One is called the health flute, but playing it, you and everyone in that same area will see a recovery in health. Antidote flutes, demon flutes, and armor flutes can also spread their power or armor effects to anyone within earshot. Flutes aren't really items that you will use by yourself, but when fighting in a group, they are incredibly useful. Occasionally, a defect will cause a flute to break, but in reality, these breaks are related to skill. What skill? That is for you to figure out. Some items that are useful when hunting alone are Power Charm and Armor Charm. Just by having one of these charms, your attack or defense may raise. You may not have to worry about things like breakage or theft. You can also combine these with something and make the items even more effective. Combine with what you ask? That's for you to discover. Let's see, what's next? Oh yeah, the Farcaster. It allows you to instantly return to camp. That's it. Finally, let's take a look at Psycho Serum. By drinking the serum, it will temporarily allow you to sense the location of wyverns in the area. That's it for items, but before I go, I want to share one more important point on the subject. There are many items that you can pass off to other hunters and some items that you cannot. Items with a rarity higher than 4 cannot be passed to other hunters. Don't forget that. As you can see, in this world, helpful items are a dime a dozen. Learning how to master them is an integral part of being a first-class hunter. What? You know how to use items, but you don't know how to get them? Ha 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 ha! That is for you to figure out. Fuck you! Veggie Elder. Eyewitness reports. This story is a reporter's log of various encounters with men called Veggie Elders. Unfortunately, the date each entry was written and who wrote it has been lost to the sands of time. Today I met the mysterious man-wyvern elder in the forested hills. Occasionally he wants an insect husk, so I trade him one for a special mushroom. I wonder what that nice man is using it for. If you ask around in hunter circles, that old man seems rather famous. No matter where you are, in the forested hills, swamp, or jungle, if you take him items he loves, he is always happy to trade. Very, very interesting. I want to see the Veggie Elder in the forest and hills. Last time I traded him iron ore for small monster bone, so I was expecting the same. However, this time he gave me a mystery bone. I guess he doesn't give you the same thing every time. Today I ran into the Veggie Elder in the swamp. It seems that he was a different person than the one in the forest and the hills. We humans can't tell the difference in their outward appearance, but I know he was different from the items that he liked. I like to gather and study more data on this issue. Trading note. I traded with the Veggie Elder in the swamp. I gave him a Vespoid abdomen for a light crystal. However, in talking with other hunters, apparently I got a raw deal. Seems that he has given others some amazing items. I finally discovered that the various Veggie Elders will trade. The Forest Elder, apparently that is what he's called, will give you monster materials, while the Swamp Elder hands out iron materials. I have never met the Veggie Elder in the jungle, so I haven't the slightest clue as to what he trades. Today, I traded the Swamp Elder Hornet Razorwing for Carbolite ore. Last time I got Dragonite ore, so I consider today a win in my book. No matter how many times I try to test different trades, it is useless. I have no idea what items get treasure and what items get coal. I think it is entirely up to the whim of the Veggie Elder. Trading note. If you trade the Forest Elder a Fire Cell Stone, you will get either a Gravios Carapace or a Pale Kezu Steak. The Elder is rather moody, but when it comes down to his whims, I have a hunch that he is more generous than not. I finally confirmed some facts about the Veggie Elder in the jungle. It seems he tends to give medicinal items. However, I wonder what this Elder's nickname is. Mystery Elder, Thicket Elder, Jungle Elder. It seems that the guild has issued an item called the Veggie Elder Ticket. Rumor has it this ticket is given to those who embark on quests with their friends. If you give this to a Veggie Elder, you may be able to get an excellent item. This is very interesting indeed. This is the final entry in the reporter's log chronicling the details of the Veggie Elders. If any readers happen to have details to add to the story, please contact our editorial department. About the training school. Off to the training school. A new training school has been established east of Kokoto Village. The goal is to increase the survival of novice hunters. Something to be thankful for, indeed. If only they had this when I was a beginner. Editor's note. Cut due to unintelligible verbosity. And so, since I am planning on drilling some discipline into some amateur hunters, I would like all of those reading this to make an appearance at my school. It's alright, I promise I won't be scary. Now I would like to present the basics of the training school. Since discipline is about avoiding selfishness, when you come to the training school, you should feel like you want to stop the age-old fight between Gravios and Diablos. Well, maybe that's too hard. How about you just feel like no matter what, I won't be surprised. At the training school, we have several special rules that you must be aware of. For example, weapons and armors are for training use only. Items gathered in the field are different than usual. Items carved from monsters are different than usual. Since these quests are different from the norm, you should come in with an open mind. We do not randomly assign armor and weapons at the training school. We examine a weapon's skills and attributes and consider the type of battle it will be used in. We also use the strongest Wyverns as training targets, the type of beast that you can't challenge recklessly, but must employ skill and wits to slay. There is one more point I'd like to cover. You can come directly to the training school from Koto Village, but the skills that you may have acquired at the Feline Kitchen, called Feline Whim Skills, do not apply when at the school. Real training is about molding the real you. Hopefully I have you excited about coming here. If you want to learn more about the school, I suggest you come by and visit. I will see you all soon at the training school. Alright. Oops. So, we got to the level 3 quest. I think I'm going to end it here. I don't really know where to go from here. Weapon, like, upgrade-wise. Only thing I can think of is, you know, hunting more Genprey and seeing how the Viper Bite treats me. which I guess is more so how the Viper Bite Plus will treat me. Because, boy, howdy, that base Viper Bite sucks. It really does. It sucks a lot. Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Hmm. But yeah. I think it's finally time to call it. Sorry. I'm thinking of my next move still. And not a lot is immediately coming to mind. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Okay. Losing my mind. I'm very tired. I'm like fighting to not fall asleep. Uh Had a rough night last night, so I'm gonna go to bed now. It's been great. Uh but yeah, I don't really know what to do other than try out the Viper Bite, see how it goes. Hopefully it treats me well. I'll want to go to the desert, do a desert quest, and just kill as many as I can and collect as much materials as I can. Uh, Especially with other creatures out and about. I could do the swamp quest. Gives me 30 minutes, which isn't as much as 50, but it's still a decent amount of time. I could totally grind out Gen Prey for a decent bit, and then grab the soot stone, bring it back, and then get an easy 3K. I think I might do that. I think next time we might just do that quest a lot and kind of get everything prepared. Especially since I really shouldn't be putting off the dual blades. As much as I don't want to have to worry about them, I will inevitably have to worry about them. And I need to know how good it is. Alright. Yeah. Exit game. Yes, please. Before I fall asleep, let's end it here. Okay. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, we'll grind out the crystal, the sootstone crystal quest and get some Moonlaw and some Genprey materials. Uh and then we'll see where we can go from there. Hopefully further into level 3 village quests. I am curious about the training school. I am curious about that. I don't know how much I want to actually get into it, but I am still curious. But that is going to be it for now. Thank you all for watching, especially if you got this far, and stick around, because there's a lot more to come.